This is the best defense in Madden 24, man. Basically, you will be able to stop the pass, you will be able to stop the run, and you will be able to send some really good blitzes out of this formation. And at the same time, everything looks the same. You can throw some coverage, you can blitz, and at the same time, you can stop the run. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, click that notification bell, man. And let's get into the scheme breakdown, and let's get it, and let's go. It's your boy Larry back at you again with another video, and today I got some more heat for y'all in today's video. We are actually on the defensive side of the ball in today's video, and we are currently in the Chiefs playbook, and we are going to be working out of the 3-3. So I'm going to be showing y'all some quick adjustments that allow y'all to just utilize this formation the best way possible. So the first thing that you want to go ahead and do is sub up some safeties in here. You want to have your fastest safety right here, where number 32 you see, or whoever you have in that middle linebacker spot. I don't really know who Johnson is, but I know he's a safety, so he has to be faster than the linebacker. Now, once you have done that, boys, you want to go ahead, set your matchup by speed. You want to go ahead and put your curl flats on 5 and set your hook curls to 10. The 3 plays that we're going to be utilizing in today's video is going to be the linebacker blitz 0. We are going to be utilizing the cover 1 robber press, and we are going to be utilizing the linebacker blitz 1. If y'all new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, click that notification bell. If you haven't already, go check out my previous videos. Ton of heat on the offensive side of the ball. We already did Dolphins and Chiefs playbook, so make sure to check those out. But first off, I'm going to be showing y'all the base, the linebacker blitz 0. I'm going to be showing y'all that this does stop the run pretty good. It will basically, if you're having trouble with the run, it will do a pretty decent job at stopping it. It isn't one of the greatest defenses to stop the run, but to say it's a nickel defense, it does a really good job at stopping the run. Typically, I'll put those guys in curl flats. As y'all can see, he fell for about a couple yards. But what I typically like to do, I like to pinch my linebackers. I like to put both of these guys on curl flats. And typically, I just let the guy kind of, when he's blitzing, I just let him do him. So he fills the gap, and a lot of times the computer players will basically just kind of fill it out. And as you can see there, I got juked out. But that was just me allowing the CPU to take control and kind of just with that blitz. So you want to go ahead and put both of these guys on curl flats. You want to pinch your linebackers. Then kind of don't really touch your linebacker. Just let him do what he's doing on his blitz. And it should do a pretty good job at stopping the run. Usually every single time if you're not getting juked out or anything like that. Now, as well, when it comes to the offense, the kind of the passing side of things out of this formation, you do have some nice things that you can utilize out of this formation as well. As y'all can see, stopping the run is a pretty easy thing when it comes to this defense. Now moving on, you can run this play as is, like how we were setting it up. It kind of just depends on what your opponent is doing when it comes to passing. So we're going to be using the linebacker blitz 0 again. This time we're just going to be using a deep pass. Now the thing I do like about this, it kind of just depends on what your opponent is doing. Typically, I like to shade over the top. You do that by pressing triangle and then your right stick up. And then I'll press triangle again. I like to shade to the inside. Typically, once I have done that, I like to use it in the middle of the field and kind of just take away everything that I can take away. These curl flats are basically going to take away quick slants and everything like that. And as y'all can see, it's going to take away those short out routes too that would be kind of weak against man coverage. So just like how we were doing before, just do that. Shade over the top, shade to the outside. This is the setup. You basically want to take away everything that comes across the middle. Basically, that is your responsibility. As y'all can see, this coverage is going to lock up. One of the best defenses in Madden. Now switching over, just showing y'all a blitz out of this formation as well. It's going to be the linebacker blitz 1. So it's going to be this right here. As y'all can see, they are in quarterback contains. Now what you want to go ahead and do with this blitz, boys, you want to go ahead and spread your D-line. You want to spread your linebackers. And once you have spread your linebackers, you just want to blitz all your linebackers. Now what I typically like to do, I like to press and I like to shade over the top. That's why we play by speed. So we have the best kind of advantage not to get burnt over the top. But if you watch this play, your assignment is the running back. So whoever this deep blue zone, or you see that you blitz this guy, his assignment is going to be your assignment now. And you will kind of just see how the pressure is going to get in instantly every single time, really consistently every single time, man. So the beautiful thing about this formation, man, you got the ability to blitz, but at the same time you have the ability to just play coverage. Same setup, just playing over the top. Your responsibility is the running back, so you want to be paying attention to what the running back is doing. As you can see, for the most part, your opponent is going to have issues. The way this works, the quarterback contains are kind of just holding those tackles down, allowing one of these outside linebackers to kind of just run through a gap untouched at all for the most part. As you can see, it would be him in this case. I don't know his number all the way. Looking like number 21. And sometimes it will be the opposite safety on the opposite side. So we go back to the linebacker blitz. Go ahead and spread everybody out just like this. And if it's an empty set, all you gotta do, honestly, just take yourself, blitz yourself, quarterback contain, play over the top. You can honestly use a defensive tackle if it's an empty set, and it's the same setup. But usually an empty set, so I like to play a little bit more coverage. Now, one more thing I want to show y'all in today's video, to utilize some more coverage, is going to be this cover one robber press. Now, this is the cover one robber press. This is why I like having my audibles in here too, because it just allows you to switch from blitzes to your coverage to having your base defense. Your base defense is what you really want to come out in most of the time, so you can kind of fill out your opponent, and that would be basically this linebacker blitz that we've been working out of in the beginning. Now with this cover one robber press, first thing you would actually want to do, you want to back off. That's the first thing that you actually want to go ahead and do. You can pinch your linebackers, or you can spread them, kind of totally up to you. I'll typically pinch them just because, just in case it's a run, so I'll pinch my linebacker, put him on a curl flat. The reason that we have this 3-red hook right here, we're going to leave him out there. We have that set to 10 yards. That 3-red hook is basically going to take everything underneath from like slants and things like that. And then our responsibility with the safety is going to be taking away all of this stuff basically in this area. Now what I typically would do with this, I like to shade over the top, and I like to shade to the outside. Now this does give you the possibility of getting beat deep by deep post, but most of the time if you're playing by speed and you have some pretty decent cornerbacks, that won't happen for the most part. Or if the possibility of you getting beat over the top does happen, all you gotta do is just shade over the top and shade to the inside if your opponent is typically just going deep post routes. But for the most part, this is gonna lock everything up. So we're gonna shade over the top and shade to the outside, and we are just gonna watch our responsibility. In the cover one hole, I do typically like the kind of quarterback contain, because this is more of the coverage aspect. But just like this, y'all gonna see, and y'all excuse me too, that this is gonna be a really good coverage. Basically, you just taking away everything that's gonna kind of come towards your side for the most part. Drag routes, that will get you every now and then, but you can always set your 3-red hook a little bit lower if you want to as well. But we're gonna run this a few times just so y'all can see that this is a pretty consistent coverage that you can go ahead and mix in, and this is just gonna allow you to kind of just keep your opponent on his toes. Y'all can see the computer is actually completing it. They're throwing inside routes, and this is kind of when you kind of just start doing your adjustments. If your opponent is starting to hit you with inside routes, all you really have to do, shade over the top and shade to the inside. Just do the opposite of what you were doing previously, and a lot of times you will be able to do what you need to do to get that stop. So the cover one robber is cover one robber press is one of the better like coverages in Madden. It just kind of depends. You have to scheme it on how your opponent is basically playing. So if he's throwing a lot of out routes, go ahead and shade to the outside. If he's throwing a lot of inside routes, go ahead and shade to the inside. So this case scenario, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of just shade to the outside. Hopefully we bet right, and if you do, most of the time you will kind of just shut everything down. That time we bet wrong, so this time I'm just gonna try to shade to the inside and kind of just show you guys really quick. But this play definitely does work. It works a lot against just people online and things like that. This is one of those good plays that you can go ahead and mix in to your scheme with the blitz and the base defense that I was showing y'all that stops the run as well. This time I'm going to shade it to the inside, and hopefully it makes a little bit of a difference. But as y'all can see, the coverage is there for the most part. It just kind of depends what you're doing and what your opponent is doing. So this type of defense, you kind of got to scheme it towards your opponent, but it is a really good defense depending on what your opponent is doing. Like I was saying, if he's throwing out routes and things like that, just go ahead and adjust. Just like that, you'll get interceptions just like that. That time we shaded to the inside. So it all just depends on what your opponent is doing. Just make your adjustments. Really simple. Like I was saying, just press triangle, use your right stick up to shade over the top, then press triangle again and shade to the left to play to the inside, and then shade to shade to the outside. Just flick your right stick to the right. But boys, this is basically going to conclude the video, man. If you found this informative, make sure to hit a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Click that notification bell to stay up to date with all of my videos, man. But it's your boy Alert, man. I love y'all boys. Y'all stay up, y'all stay blessed. And yeah, this is one of the defensive schemes that we came up with, man. If y'all want to see more defensive schemes, type defense in the comment section down below, because I do drop a lot of offensive schemes the majority of the time. Still trying to get through the Bengals playbook, so y'all bear with me with that, and we just gonna try to kind of get through every playbook in Madden 24 this year. So y'all boys make sure to lock in, click that notification bell. But it's your boy Alert. I love y'all boys. Like I said, y'all stay up, y'all stay blessed. I will catch y'all in the next video, and peace.